Have you ever wrote down what you really wanted to be in life? When you think about everything that you actually are aware of that's in your mind, you start to play scenarios of positive things and negative things. But what if you only sectioned it for only positive things? When you think about it, you'll be like, but why would I not think about other scenarios that could possibly happen? And you wouldn't be wrong for thinking that, but when you actually construct your mind on focusing on your actual vision, because you are continuously putting in the work, but the result is kind of invisible. And you know at the end of the tunnel that there is some type of reward, but you just cannot see it. You cannot feel it. But the fact that you don't acknowledge that part of saying, okay, I don't care about the result. I care about how important it is to do what I'm supposed to do right now, pretty much. I see myself being this person, but I want to also not change, right? And when I mean not change, I'm not talking about externally. I'm talking about internally. And you might say, oh, what about exercising? What about this? We'll get into that. But internally, when you align yourself with who you want to become, as you walk down this tunnel, you find out that all it is a continuous walk. So when you even get out of the tunnel and the light shining on you now, you still are walking. There is no certain destination, right? Because imagine you get to the end of the tunnel and now the light is standing there, but you have this long road that you still have to go down. Because you stop at the middle or at the end of that tunnel doesn't mean that there won't be another tunnel later on down the road. But you still know in this tunnel is another layer of you being built for when you get out of the tunnel. You become a better layer, if that just made sense. And I just want to say, construct your mind about your vision continuously. A lot of people destruct it and think destructively because what'll happen is they play good scenarios and they play bad scenarios. And if you only play good scenarios, what'll happen? Good scenarios are more abundant, more energized, more likely to happen, right? I'm not a fortune teller. I'm not here to tell you the future, but I can say from experience and thinking positive, more positivity happens when I think positive. Anytime negativity has floated in my mind and I project negativity, or even I hold in negativity internally, what happens is somehow, some way, shape, or form, it still happens on the external. And it's actually crazy, bro, because our thoughts are energy. The things we say are energy. So watch what you say about yourself and to yourself. If you say you're miserable, you're miserable. If you say you're the best, you're the best. It could go both ways, but the way you talk to yourself is the way you are. So I just say anytime you're in even in a playful mood, just be playful and be positive. You know what I mean? Yeah, you want to be realistic. You want to say, oh, I didn't do this right. That's fine. But for you to be realistic is also for you to be optimistic. Because everything that we going towards in life, a lesson is learned, regardless if we have a good outcome or an outcome that we didn't think was going to really happen, but it didn't happen the way to our liking. You get what I mean? So what you do is go at it with no expectations. Go at it with little expectations, because when you expect little, more comes out of it. Because if you like, oh yeah, I expect this to be a great performance, or you go to some conference, oh, I expect this person to give me this $1 million idea, but all it is execution and experience. So when you see other people having this lifestyle, you believe that it just happened. But everyone doesn't see the loneliness, the indestructible mindset of not just stopping. Everyone doesn't see the constant internal work that you do. They may see it, but they don't quite understand it. They just see that you're just doing it, right? But until it actually shows that it's a meaning behind it, that's when people try to start doing it, right? Same thing as drop shipping, right? Everyone sees people drop ships and makes millions of dollars. And it's like, oh, I'm gonna start a drop shipping store. It's like, okay, you did one part of the phase. What about ads? What about finding a good product? What about getting content? It's all of these extra things that you think about, and then it's like, I didn't think about this. What am I gonna do now? But the whole fact that you think ahead like that is what stops you from starting. So focusing on one task at a time, having the littlest expectation, you just start the store. You do that, right? And then you work on the next thing. You find a product. I don't want to make this into a seminar about Shopify, but it all comes down to, again, just being aware, guys. I want you all to understand that when you construct your mind about your vision continuously, how can it not happen? Because when you think about negative things, the negative happens. So when you switch it around, what do you think will happen? Right? It won't happen the way you think of it, but some way, shape, or form it still happens. And you are rewarded. So I just say, stay to your own likings. Stay to what God, Jesus is walking with you for, so that you're on your life path. Trying new things because other people are doing it is fine. But if you truly don't have a passion for it, bro, I say just try it if you want to. If you don't try it. No reason for it. But again, everyone's purpose in life isn't the same. people have certain genres of just giving you information, right? People can learn the same exact thing and they can give you certain messages within what they just learned that no one else would have possibly thought of, because everybody else has a certain pattern, a certain energy that they comprehend, that they embody. So next time you feel like someone's being negative or anything is just bothering you to the point where you know and you feel yourself being negative, like this person, you kind of start talking about people, right? You kind of start giving off this energy of the internal work that you notice that you just want to be an asshole, and it's like that's not what it is. You actually need to be aware of your full alignment of thought. Because one thing that I can say is it takes a lot of patience for you to not go off on somebody when they're going off on you. And it's like when you get to the point of life where people are going off on you and they start yelling, your heart rate increases, and it's like, okay, how can I find the solution? And then you end up still remaining calm, still finding the solution. And then the person that was actually loud and fussy and all, who doesn't really want to be aware of their own thoughts, actually apologizes more of the time. Most of the time they apologize and say, you know what, I apologize, and they become your friend. Or they just start opening up to you, because what'll happen is those people are the people that need help the most. The people that have those outbursts of just being angry because no one else has ever gave them that other side of being able to be patient, right? So be that person. I say that it is a challenge. You don't just automatically snap into it, but I can say what has helped me with it. You all kind of know what I'm going to say. Praying, meditating, exercising. Those things are, and reading, just reading. I read the Bible, and I also read another book. So if you want to know the book I'm reading, tap into the WAP. That's in the link in the description, guys. I just started it up. If you want to hop on my one-on-one program, just go right ahead. You get what I mean? I'll go more in detail about what it is when you join. You know what I mean? But I can give you a hint of about what it is. I pretty much talk to you, I say once a week, sorry. And I post daily on what fitness I'm doing, what habits I'm doing, and you pretty much just see what I'm doing pretty much, right? But when we're on a one-on-one call, I tell you what you should be doing as well. And of course we talk about each other's life, we don't dismiss how you feel or what you're feeling or whatever you're going through. We talk about it, we understand it, and we get it to the point where it is in alignment with what you want to become and a person who you will admire. Okay, guys, I love you all. Peace.